Hi there. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Friday. Yoo-hoo. It is the 6th of March, 5:34. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I'm Tom Reynolds, and a very cold start to the day. You've got brutally cold temperatures, so dress up warmly once again today. I mean, minus 30 up in Muskoka.
Yeah, that's what it feels
Yikes.
like with the wind. We've got an extreme cold warning in place, so it's no wonder through...
Warmer slowly but surely.
And I've got amazing news coming up in the long-range forecast, so make sure you stay with us for that. Before we get to Tom's traffic and before we get to your long-range, take a look at this must-see video. Yeah, that would come in handy right about now. So if you don't have one in your car, let that be a reminder to you. We do have your long-range in just under a minute, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Not a lot of active weather today. We've got mostly sunny skies, but tonight, cold front coming through, giving us a few flurries into the morning, and then a new system coming in Saturday afternoon and in through the evening. But again, not a ton of snow. We're looking at our 2 to 5 centimeters, more so through Barrie over towards Kingston. Toronto, we're sitting comfortably in a nice little bubble, so we're going to see less than 2 centimeters. We do have a system Sunday overnight and into Monday that could be bringing the Niagara region, even in through Hamilton, some accumulating snow, but for the most part, couple of centimeters possible for much of the GTA. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Friday.
Yoo-hoo! Sorry, a little delayed. Yeah, sorry.
It's Friday. It is the 6th
Yoo-hoo.
of March. It's 5:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I'm Tom Reynolds, and we have got 2 lanes blocked on the 400 southbound, the fatal crash. Someone had been changing their tire and was struck and killed on the 400 southbound around 3:15 in the morning. So that is still blocked. 2 right lanes are still.
You're going for your morning run. Dress for it.
Help warm us up just a bit.
Yeah, we do have really good news coming up in the long-range forecast, and we'll get to that. And Tom will give you more details on what's happening in traffic. But first, take a look at this video. Some areas of the United States have just been absolutely hammered this winter. Well, how to get around and using shovels and snow plows. They've been a busy crowd this year. We'll talk about the long range in just under a minute, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, this afternoon, as Tom was mentioning, not a bad day if you can handle a little wind chill. This evening, we do have a cold front moving through. It is going to be giving us some light snow through the GTA, but tomorrow is going to be where we're going to see a little bit of accumulation. Hey, take a look at this. Spring, we've got a countdown. It's incredible. It's like it's New Year's Eve. 14 days, 12 hours, 57 minutes, and 52 seconds. It's awesome. Okay, this snowfall could be about 2 to 5 centimeters north and west and east of the city, but for the city itself, we're looking at less than 2 centimeters. Sunday overnight and into Monday, we still have another system on the way. This one's going to be bringing us some light snow. Doesn't look as though it do too much damage on our Monday morning commute, but look at our temperatures getting into next week. Wednesday's my favorite day. We're seeing lots of sunshine and a high of 5 degrees. Before we talk about the weekend and the warm-up that's on the way, take a look at this must-see video. Incredible snowstorm pretty much shut down the highway. Rescuers did get to them, and they were happy to ditch their cars and head to shelters. For us, we've got sunshine this afternoon, but cold temperatures remaining. Cold front moving through tonight, giving us a few flurries, and then tomorrow, a more significant system. But we're not going to see tons of snow through Toronto. It's going to be areas more so to our south, to our west, to our east, and to our north. We're kind of protected in their nice little bubble around the Golden Horseshoe. We are going to, however, see 2 to 5 centimeters kind of east, so Oshawa and east, and then up through Barrie and Aurelia. That's going to be the system on Saturday. We've got a new system coming in for Sunday overnight and into Monday, and that could also drop a couple of centimeters of snow. Take a look at some of these temperatures into next week. It's time to celebrate. It looks as though signs of spring are on the way. By Tuesday, we're looking at a daytime high of 4 degrees. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. It is March the 6th. 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and that means it's Friday, which is good news, of course, and we're always happy about that. But it's a cold start once again. I'm getting tired of saying that.
I know, but we have got such good news on the way. I mean, next week, things are not only going to be above the freezing mark, they're going to be above seasonal.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
That's awesome.
But first, let's talk about the extreme cold warning we have in place. You know, the ice on top of the snow kind of looks pretty right now.
Oh, gosh, yeah, it's a sheen. Beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it going.
Oh, I'm tired.
You don't need to
I
keep it.
I don't want to see the sheen anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to see grass.
Like, I have to, like, honestly balance myself up my front steps every day because I'm so scared I'm going to wipe out.
Well, sure, you don't want to do that.
No. Let's take a look at this must-see video. Tons of fun. So those people are making light of winter. They're having a good time. Your long-range details, a lot of good news just ahead, but first, here's Tom. Sunshine today, but cold temperatures. We're relatively clear tonight. We're going to see this cold front move through. That could bring us a few flurries into early tomorrow morning, and then a new system coming in Saturday afternoon and through the evening. And that's going to give us a little bit of accumulating snow. Not so much through the Golden Horseshoe. We're looking at less than 2 centimeters, but up through Barrie and through Aurelia, Muskoka, through Gravenhurst, over towards Wyerton. 2 to 5 centimeters, not out of the question. Another system coming in Sunday overnight and into Monday could give us some light snow, but we're looking at a centimeter or 2 at best. And then here comes the good news. By Monday, we're looking at a daytime high of 2 degrees, 5 for Tuesday. And look at that, a beautiful 6 degrees with sunshine coming in on Wednesday. I do, but before we get there, let's take a look at this. I mean, the U.S. Eastern Seaboard has been hammered by snow this year. It's just been a mess this season. But we know spring is just around the corner, right? Right? It is. We have to think positively. Hey, there you go. Spring countdown. 14 days, 12 hours, 28 minutes, and 50 seconds. I know, it couldn't come soon enough for me. All right, we're going to see some light snow moving in through tonight with a cold front, and then tomorrow we're going to see some system snow. This is going to bring us a little bit of accumulation, not so much for the Golden Horseshoe, less than 2 centimeters for the city, but areas north, west, and east, anywhere between 2 to 5. Now, we do have another system coming in Sunday overnight and into Monday, and this one could also bring us a light dusting, possibly a centimeter or 2. Might make roads a little slick for your Monday morning commute, but then we start to warm up. Look at that. On Monday, sunshine, 2 degrees. Tuesday, even better. Wednesday, look at that. That is a 6, I promise, and there's no minus sign in front of it. Lots of sun, but then Thursday, here's a little blip in the forecast. There is a chance that we could see some active weather moving in with cooler temperatures. March, of course, temperatures, they like to play roller coaster. Regardless, best or not best, it looks amazing, doesn't it? I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Friday. It is the 6th of March, and it is going to be a beautiful day. Take a look at the sky outside our Oakville studios. Just stunning. We are going to be seeing some sunshine, but cold temperatures. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but first, take a look at this incredible video. First, let's focus in on our extreme cold warning alert through Barrie and then through Aurelia, through Muskoka, up through Peterborough and the Kawarthas if you're traveling east. It's cold. Wind chills making it feel closer to the minus 20s to the minus 30s. This afternoon, we do have some sunshine in the forecast. System to the north with that cold front extending could bring us some flurries tonight and into tomorrow morning. And then Saturday afternoon and into Saturday evening, that's where we're going to see a little bit of accumulation. We're kind of in a bubble through the Golden Horseshoe, so less than 2 centimeters, but areas outside of that could see pick up about 2 to 5. And then Sunday overnight into Monday, we've got a new system coming through. So again, a light dusting, possibly a centimeter or 2, but then look at our temperatures for next week. We really warm up. Wednesday, 6 degrees. I think that's going to make a lot of people happy, including Tom Reynolds. Here he is now with traffic. Well, we do have an extreme cold warning in place for today through Aurelia, through Barrie, feeling more like the minus 30s when you factor in the wind. Not a lot of active weather to talk about today. Tonight, cold front sweeping through. We are going to be seeing a few flurries from this. Tomorrow, system snow comes in. We are going to be picking up a couple of centimeters. Through the Golden Horseshoe, we're looking at less than 2, but areas surrounding that, anywhere from 2 to 5 is quite possible. Sunday overnight and into Monday, another system kicks in. This one could bring us some light snow, possibly a centimeter or 2, but then look at our rebounds next week. Look at our temperatures. We're actually going to hit a seasonal or even slightly above. Hi there. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. It is the 6th of March, 6:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
I'm Tom Reynolds. It's certainly been a test of the American driving techniques, hasn't it, over this winter?
Oh,
they've been getting hammered through New York State and the Eastern Seaboard. Kentucky was paralyzed. It's just an absolute, well, I think it was 90 million people was affected by that storm.
Oh, at least.
Like crazy.
Yeah, at least. I mean, we don't have any stormy weather necessarily on the way for us, but what we've been dealing with primarily this winter is the cold. And guess what?
Oh, look at that.
But we do have a countdown to spring, and it's 14 days.
Or is it 13?
11 hours.
Is it 14? I thought it was 13.
No, it's 14.
Okay.
14 days, 11 hours, because we're turning our clocks forward
right.
this weekend. Don't forget, Saturday night.
Forward.
So we lose an hour.
I hate waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday to change the clocks. I hate that. Change the batteries. My wife gets mad at me. You're changing the batteries at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Of course, it's 2 a.m. Well, let's check in with Kevin. He's going to be carving up the slopes in Milton this morning. Kevin, we're pretty excited to see you ski.
You betcha. Can't wait to see the wind in your hair.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll be taking the hat off for that. Emily, it's Tom back inside you guys. Wind in my hair.
Kevin doesn't even have any hair. All right, here's Tom now with traffic. Well, we've got a weak system coming through tonight that is going to give us a few flurries and then more snowfall throughout the day tomorrow. We're looking at less than 2 centimeters through the Golden Horseshoe. We are going to see another system Sunday overnight and into Monday that is going to bring us the light dusting, but then look at our temperatures into next week, finally feeling more spring-like. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is March the 6th, and finally I've got a long-range forecast that I'm actually really kind of excited to tell you about. We've been dealing with frigid temperatures, coldest February on record, a lot of cold filtering in through March. I mean, this weekend isn't really going to be an exception. We've been dealing with cold days these last 2 days, so Thursday, Friday. It's been chilly and extreme cold warnings in place, but the whole eastern portion of the country is going to be seeing some cold air this weekend. We do have a little bit of snow on the way for Saturday. It's going to be kind of on again, off again. We'll start off with a very weak system through Friday overnight, and then we'll start to see a little bit more accumulation Saturday overnight and into Sunday. Sunday, not a bad day, near seasonal values. We do have a weak system to our south that could give us a few snow showers Sunday overnight and into Monday. And then look at early next week. Finally, we're not in the cold, we're not in the warm, but we're more into the neutral zone. So we are going to be seeing that push of warm air finally come our way. And we're actually using words like mild. Yeah, it's only going to be hovering just above the freezing mark around 2 degrees, but I'll take it. After this winter, I will take it. A pleasant day for Tuesday. Looks as though we're going to be bumping up kind of mid-single digits. We may even see a 5 or a 6 in there. And the good news is that for the middle of next week, we stay mild, but then unfortunately late March, we cool back down again. But more on that later on. First, I'm going to turn things over to Tom. He's got an update on your commute. Hi there, good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Friday. It is the 6th of March. 7:04, I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. Remember to turn your clocks forward.
Yes,
this weekend.
Spring forward.
Spring forward, which is kind of nice. And the temperatures are looking not too bad in your long range, I think, aren't they?
There you go again, giving away all my good news.
Are they or not?
You're talking about traffic.
Say yes or no. Are they?
Great news in traffic.
No, it's not. Actually, it's bad news in traffic.
It's awful news in traffic, and that's why I don't want to share it. That's why you don't want to share it either, right?
That's right. That's why I'm talking about her.
All right, let's check in with Kevin Yard. He's joining us from Milton today. And Kevin, you've been carving out the slopes at Glen Eden. When are we going to get to see you ski?
Them.
Whoa, good job.
That's too bad, because I'd like to see Kevin try that.
I've done that lots of times.
Let's take a look at this must-see video. You know you have a lot of snow. All right, we'll talk long range. Yes, Tom, we have good news with warming temperatures. But first, I'm going to turn things over to you so you can talk about all the bad news this morning. Extreme cold warning in place for today. Temperatures will be warming through the weekend. We've got a cold front coming through tonight that is going to bring us a few isolated flurries, and then system snow moving in throughout the day tomorrow, afternoon, evening, most likely, but we'll see a couple of centimeters with that. Sunday overnight into Monday, yes, we do have a new system coming through, light dusting possible for the GTA, but then look at our temperatures. We warm up significantly. Not only are we going to be at seasonal, but slightly. Well, we do have an extreme cold warning in place through Barrie and Orillia this morning, feeling more like the -20s to -30s. Snow on the way for the weekend. We've got a cold front coming through tonight that could give us light dusting, and then tomorrow, more significant snow, less than 2 centimeters for Toronto, but areas north of the city could pick up 2 to 5. There's that first low moving through on Saturday, and then Sunday into Sunday night. Into Monday, we do have another low, but then take a look at these temperatures into next week. This is what we've all been waiting for. But we do have an extreme cold warning in place, and this won't stick around for all of the day, but right now through Barrie and Orillia, your wind chills are feeling more like the -20s to the -30s. Snow on the way for this weekend. The Golden Horseshoe, we're looking at less than 2 centimeters, but areas outside of the city could pick up 2 to 5. We are going to see another system track to the south of us Sunday overnight into Monday. Light flurries at best, and then much warmer conditions as we get into next week. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Weather Network. It is Friday.
Woo-hoo.
It is the 6th of March, 7:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. I like March better than I like February.
Do you like it better than you like July?
I like it. No, I don't. I don't like it better than July. I love July. July is one of my favorites.
June, July, and August, they win for me.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
September I can handle.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I can hang in September.
Then after that, it's just...
Forget about it. All right, let's check in with Kevin. He's skiing today. He is going to be carving up the slopes in Milton. Kevin, what are you up to? And just FYI, Kevin knows how to ski. He's just showing us the wonderful programs that they have available at Glen Eden. All right, before we get to your long range and Tom Reynolds, let's take a look at this must-see video. To ditch their vehicles and go to an emergency shelter. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Tom right now for an update on your commute. Starting today, we do have that extreme cold warning up through Barrie and Orillia, making it feel more like the -20s to the -30s with the wind. We are going to see some sunshine this afternoon. Cold front sinking south tonight, giving us a few flurries. And then tomorrow, system snow coming in through the afternoon and evening, couple of centimeters throughout the GTA. We could see more a little bit further north, 2 to 5. And then for Sunday, overnight into Monday, light dusting. We've got a system that's staying, looks as though to our south, but could bring us a few flurries. Once that's all said and done, take a look at how gorgeous our forecast is into next week. We're seeing sunshine and temperatures that we haven't seen in a long time. By Wednesday, we're looking at a high of 6 degrees for Toronto. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. It is the 6th of March, 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. It's cold outside, but the good news is we got some solar loading out there, which is kind of nice, which should take some of the chill.
Is the bright sunshine affecting the commute like it sometimes does?
Well, it can. Right now, it's hard to say, but unless you have your shades. But sometimes sunny days can be dangerous.
All right, well, let's check in with Kevin, where sunny days are not dangerous. Well, they might be in his case, but he's hitting the slopes in Milton at Glen Eden. And Kevin, we all know that you know how to ski. This is no surprise to us, but you're showing us what can be learnt, I suppose, by the wonderful instructors, correct? You know, Kevin has skied a lot this winter, and we have yet to see him wipe out, so he's doing pretty good. All right, take a look at this must-see video. All right, your long range is next, but first, here's Tom. Well, we do have an extreme cold warning in place through Barrie and Orillia, through Midland, through Peterborough and the Kawarthas, feeling more like the -20s, -30s when you factor in the wind. We've got some snow on the way this weekend. Saturday afternoon and in through the evening is where we're going to see that accumulation. A few flurries Sunday night, but then Monday things look fantastic and they only get better. By Wednesday, we're looking at daytime highs around 6 degrees. Well, we are going to see sunshine today, but it will be cold. We still have that extreme cold warning up through Barrie and Orillia, feeling closer to the -30s with the wind chill. This afternoon, we've got sunshine, but cold temperatures, feeling like the -teens. Cold front moving in through tonight, giving us a few flurries, and then system snow on the way for tomorrow afternoon, evening, couple of centimeters through much of the GTA. Sunday overnight into Monday, a light dusting with a system to our south, but then take a look at the conditions for next week. Finally, it is looking like spring. We are going to be seeing some sunshine, temperatures at or above our seasonal average. By Wednesday, a daytime high of 6 degrees. Well, the good news is that the extreme cold warning has been lifted. We are going to still be dealing with cold wind chills throughout the day today, making it feel like the -teens. Cold front coming through tonight, giving us a few flurries, and then we've got system snow moving in tomorrow afternoon and in through the evening, a couple of centimeters throughout the GTA. By Sunday overnight and into Monday, we're looking at light dusting down to the south through Hamilton, possibly through Niagara. But for the most part, we are looking at a decent forecast as we get into next week. We're calling it our spring preview because, yes, temperatures like to be a bit of a roller coaster through the month of March. They go up and then they go down. They tease us and then they disappear. And that's exactly what's going to be happening next week. By Tuesday, we're looking at 5. Wednesday, 6 degrees. And then unfortunately, by the end of next week, so get out and enjoy it while we have it, we look as though we start to cool back down to seasonal. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. It is Friday. It is the 6th of March, 8:44. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And if you've been driving by our building of late, you would say, oh, where's the Weather Network gone?
They're actually just changing it to winter.
Yeah.
The sign's going to say winter.
Yeah. They're just in the process of putting up our new sign behind us, but it's a little bit on the cold side to be working outside.
What does our new sign look like?
Well, I know one of the...
Did we get a new logo
Well,
or
I think one of the
something?
lights was out, but
Yeah,
I'm not
the E
sure whether
was
they
out.
just changed the light.
The E was out.
Okay, or whether they've actually redone the whole sign. It's a whole
It's a whole new look.
Oh,
How
drum
are we
roll,
only
please.
finding out about this
well,
now?
because they don't necessarily tell us
We've
everything.
worked here for like a billion years.
Well, you have to talk
We
to
should have a
people.
say over what our sign
I
looks like. Okay,
guess
sorry.
so. Anyway, they're doing this.
Kevin is in Milton. He's hitting the slopes today. And Kevin, did you know that we were getting a whole new look to our Weather Network sign outside our building? That looks like an incredible amount of fun. I would totally do that. If I wasn't pregnant, I would be on that ski hill doing that because that looks like fun. All right, we'll talk about long range forecast. We've got a warm up on the way, and that doesn't make anybody happier than Tom Reynolds. Well, we are going to see some sunshine today, but cold temperatures, as Tom was mentioning, wind chills into the teens. We've got a cold front sinking south tonight, a few flurries, and then tomorrow we've got some system snow on the way. This is going to be bringing us a couple of centimeters, possibly about 2 to 4, mostly under 2 for the city of Toronto itself. And then Sunday overnight and into Monday, light dusting possible to the south, and then look at the conditions improve. By Tuesday, we're looking at 5 degrees, lots of sunshine, high pressure in place next week, and by Wednesday, a daytime high of 6. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us. Joining me is meteorologist Dr. Doug Gillum. It is all about the temperatures. Warm, cold, that's all anybody cares about at this point.
Well, we are going to have a spring preview as we go into next week, as our chief meteorologist has been saying. Spring is going to tease us, but it's not willing to commit to a long-term relationship until we get much deeper into April. But we'll take what we can get as we go into early next week.
You can see that we're not in the blue, we're not in the orange, and I think that's good news for people that don't want to see the cold temperatures anymore. This is my favorite map. I'm going to take this map home with me.
Well, we're going to show it twice in the segment. We like it so much. Details of the next few days. Now, after a few centimeters of snow this weekend, temperatures still a little bit cooler than they should be, but much better than they've been.
Much better.
Monday, mild.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that word either.
Now, it's only seasonal, but it's certainly much warmer than it's been. And our spring preview on Tuesday, middle single digits. Wednesday, an interesting day. There's some models that suggest, well, actually, they just state, some double digits with a plus sign in front of it. Now, we're not going to get too carried away yet, but some models,
that's kind of sneaky, Doug.
Right.
You can't throw that out there and not back it up.
Well, some models also bring the next cold front in a little bit faster, so probably upper single digits. Thursday and Friday, cooler but not as cold as what we've just come through. Now, as we go to the end of the week and into March break, a bit of a battle, spring weather trying to advance, the Arctic air pushing back. So there's going to be some back and forth for a period of time, and then, the first week of spring, not so much back and forth, just back to below seasonal temperatures to wrap up the month.
Okay, well, let's take it while we can get it next week. Enjoy the sun and the mild temperatures. Hi there, thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network.
We've come to
this Friday. It is the 6th of March, and it is a gorgeous start to the day, albeit a little cold. We are going to be turning our clocks forward this weekend, so don't forget, yes, we spring forward Saturday overnight into Sunday, losing an hour of sleep and gaining an hour of daylight, which I think is always a good thing for people at this time of year. All right, it is a gorgeous start to the day, although it's cold. Kevin Yard joins us from beautiful Milton. He's going to be carving up the slopes. And Kevin, are you having a good time so far, even though it's a little frigid?
Guys?
Thanks, Kevin. If I loved to ski and board, I would be there all the time. I lived in Milton for a while. I could have done it a lot, but take a look at this must-see video. It's a good time. Could you imagine? We don't do that kind of stuff in Toronto, do we? All right, today we're looking at -5 as a daytime high, but evening overnight, that is going to be giving us a few isolated flurries. And then tomorrow we've got some system snow on the way, a couple of centimeters quite likely for the GTA. We are going to be seeing 2 to 5 areas further north and west. City of Toronto, less than 2 centimeters. Sunday overnight and into Monday, we do have a system to our south, and you can just catch it right there. It's mostly going to impact the Niagara region, possibly with a few centimeters, but for the City of Toronto, dusting at best. We are going to be seeing gorgeous conditions as we get into next week. Everybody's talking about spring. It's about 14 days away, and it is going to feel more spring-like throughout the day tomorrow. This weekend even, not bad. If you've got plans to go to Glen Eden and you're going skiing this weekend, grab the kids, bundle them up on Saturday. Light snow, but very, very comfortable conditions considering what we've been dealing with. We're looking at 1 degree for Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, well, we just get warmer. And by Wednesday, we're looking at a daytime high of 6 degrees for Oshawa. Thanks so much for that, Rachel. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is Friday. It's the 6th of March. You're watching the Weather Network. And just a reminder, don't forget this weekend, we spring forward. Clocks go ahead overnight Saturday into Sunday. Now, before we get to our forecast details, I do have a warm-up on the way. It's going to feel more spring-like next week, I promise. Let's take a look at this must-see video. For us, our conditions are better. We're going to see some sunshine today, a daytime high getting up to -5. I know it doesn't look like it there, but they do. So here comes the cold front. Tonight, it's the low up near Hudson Bay, and that stretching cold front could give us a few flurries. By Saturday afternoon and into the evening, we do have a new system coming through. This will give us a little bit of accumulation, but we're not looking at much more than 2 to 5 centimeters throughout much of the GTA. Sunday overnight and into Monday, another system sinks to our south, which means we could pick up a light dusting, flurry here or two. Could see I don't want to throw out, big accumulations because it looks as though it is going to stay to the south through the Niagara region. That's where we could see more in the way of probably 5 centimeters. Now, throughout the city of Toronto this weekend, it looks gorgeous. If you're skiing, if you're boarding, if you're going to any wonderful outdoor events, Sunday is the best day to do it. We're looking at a daytime high of 1 with tons of sunshine. And it's really only going to feel like -4 when you factor in the wind. But I want to get to these amazing temperatures. Look at next week. Tuesday, 5 degrees, sunshine. Wednesday, look amazing, 6 degrees. And even Thursday is going to be quite lovely. Very cool. Thanks, Rachel. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. It is Friday. It is March the 6th, and it is another cold day, but we've got good news on the way. Before I get to the good news, take a look at this. This is when an emergency kit will come in handy and head to a warm shelter, and I don't blame them. But let that be a reminder to you. You need blankets in your car. You need water in your car. You need all that kind of stuff just in case that happens to you. Today we're going to see a daytime high of -5. We've got another system coming through. This is going to be later in the afternoon and through the evening. We've got a couple of centimeters on the way. For the Golden Horseshoe, less than 2 centimeters, but areas to the north and west and east, that's where we can see closer to 2 to 5. Spring, yay, we have a countdown. Doesn't it feel like New Year's? 14 days. Who's happy about that? I am. Yes, please. Thank you. I will take spring. If it could come tomorrow, I'd be thrilled. On Sunday, overnight and into Monday, new system moving through to our south could give the Niagara region, even up towards Hamilton, a few centimeters of snow, but then it clears out for Monday, and we've got a beautiful forecast on the way. Sunday, sunny, -1 once that snow clears. By Monday, 2 degrees. Tuesday, look at that, 5. In through Hamilton on Wednesday, we're getting up to a daytime high of 6. Now, we do cool down by the end of next week, so getting into next weekend. So make sure you get out and you enjoy all of these beautiful conditions. Even up through Barrie, we're going to be at or slightly above our seasonal average. They're probably right. I've tried it. It's pretty good. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Friday. It is the 6th of March. It is a beautiful, albeit cold start to the day. And Kevin Yard, he's joining us live in Milton. He's been carving up the slopes at Glen Eden. And Kevin, tell us about all the fun things kids could do there this weekend. So fun. Thanks so much, Kevin. And yeah, we've been seeing Kevin skiing, so if you missed it, you'll catch it again a little bit later on. Before we get to your forecast details, let's take a look at this must-see video. Parts of the United States have just been hammered with slippery roads. We do not have any of those conditions throughout the day today. We do have a cold front that will be sinking south throughout the lower Great Lakes tonight, bringing us light snow. We're looking at flurries at best. Tomorrow, some system snow, possible 2 to 4 centimeters throughout much of the GTA. Our spring countdown is on. We've got 14 days until the beginning of the season. Will that matter in terms of our temperatures? Maybe, maybe not. March is usually a bit of a roller coaster when it comes to that fluctuating temperature gauge. Now, we do have that low coming in for Saturday, bringing us some light snow, and another one to our south Sunday overnight and into Monday, but it's not going to amount to much. I mean, we're going to see a dusting, if anything, a couple of flurries. By next week, this is where it looks more spring-like. This is kind of the upside of the roller coaster before you go diving down that big hill. Well, we are going to be seeing temperatures not only at or but slightly above our seasonal average before we cool down by the end of next week. Lots of fun, isn't it? I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us. We've been talking about our cold temperatures for the last couple of days, but a warm-up is on the way. -5 is our daytime high today. It is going to feel like -12 when you factor in the wind. But now, we do have a little bit of active weather on the way, so I'll break that down for you right now. Today, not bad. Tonight, cold front moves through. We've got a low over Hudson Bay bringing us a few flurries. Tomorrow, system snow comes in the afternoon. We are going to be picking up a couple of centimeters, but it's not going to be an epic snowstorm, that's for sure. Less than 2 centimeters around the Golden Horseshoe, but areas further north could pick up 2 to 5. Same for deals further west, and even down towards Hamilton, we may pick up a little bit more. Spring, look, we've got a countdown. It's only 14 days away. It's going to feel like it next week, I promise. Sunday, few flurries overnight into Monday, and then look at our conditions. We see some sunshine and mild temperatures. By Monday, we're looking at a daytime high of 2 degrees. Tuesday, 5 on Wednesday, and through Hamilton, we're bumping up to 6. and then we start to cool down. So make sure you get out and enjoy the warmth while we have it.
This weather segment has been brought to you by Fisherman's Friends Lozenges. When the weather has you down, reach for a friend. Fisherman's Friend.